your victory is guaranteed. Now, because some of us live a lifestyle of trusting God, we are not surprised when we get the victory. We are never caught off guard when God blesses us, promotes us, sends us better, does for us the good measure, the press, the shaking. And see, as righteous people, we have to be careful, because when we stumble or falter too much before the wicked, we're polluted. And it'll mess up your testimony with people. When you're stumbling and falling and you don't care. See, somebody's watching you. If you stumble, if you err, let folk know, look, I care. And what do you want to do when you falter, when you stumble, or when you err? You want to learn. Learn. Be a learner. Don't kill yourself. Don't beat yourself up. Just get up and learn from where you faltered. And sometimes, if I teach it right, when you falter, it may take people a minute to regain trust in you. Come on. Some of us are falter, and then we just want folk put that out the back of your mind. No. Hold on. Do you see it? Notice it again. Proverbs 25 and verse 26. Notice carefully. A righteous man who falters. So when it comes to righteous people, we're not perfect. Look back at Proverbs 24. Proverbs 24 and verse 26. He said, for a righteous man may fall 7 times and rise again. For a righteous man may fall, how many? 7 times. So are we counting? I say, are we counting? Well, there's 5. I got 2 more to go before I reach. No. Because some of us done fail more than what? 7. Come on. Some of us done fail 7 plus 7. Well, y'all at Proverbs 24 and 16. For a righteous man may fall 7 what? Times. Now listen, he's talking about a righteous person doing a lot of falling. That's how some mature saints look at people who do a lot of falling. You sure doing a lot of falling to say you saved. But they're a babe. They just got saved. They immature. And part of immaturity is falling. My problem with that folk that keep falling and say they mature. The more mature you get, the less you should fall. But when you keep falling like a baby, but when I call you a baby, you get mad, what am I supposed to say? You still goo-gooing and gaga. How many will whoop a 2-year-old for stumbling, for falling into your table and breaking something while they're learning to walk? Come on. And they fall. But now a 16-year-old playing around in the living room done broke my vase. I got a problem with you. I ain't saying I'm gonna whoop them, but I'm gonna let them know at 16 they know better than playing in here. Y'all, boy, I got a tough audience today. See, we got play areas. We got play areas at the house. We got furniture children sit on, and we got furniture that children, we look at their parents like, get your children. They own this real stuff. They got a certain room they know when they go in there and they hear my feet, they better run up out that room. That ain't the playroom. But what makes a person righteous then, Pastor, doing so much falling, is that they rise again. See, you get up, but you get up striving to do better. Tell your neighbor, when you know better, you should do better. Look at somebody else, say, when you know better, you should do better. Come on. When you are taught better, you should do better. Am I right? So don't base it upon perfection. Know that we are righteous, but we are not perfect. And so as a righteous person, the desire that I have, which is of God, or tied to God, or from God, or pertains to God, because guess what? A righteous person is not going to desire something outside of God's will. Come on. If you in here praying to be the biggest dope dealer in Noonan and that's your desire, you know good and well you ain't righteous. Pastor, I want to shut all these liquor houses down and I want to take over the whole. You have to. Come on. You married, but you desiring somebody else. Come on, you ain't righteous. If you can't get it, you try your best to make your spouse be what you want really. See, your desires are not right. Single person that want to be married, you got to make sure your desire is in line with God's will for your life. You can't ask God for something outside of his will. Come on, that's some good teaching right there. That's some good teaching. Okay, listen, this is the meat of it. I want to talk about signs that you're getting tired of waiting. I want to give you 4 signs that you're getting tired of waiting. Because I know somebody's all over there, Pastor, how am I going to know that I'm getting tired? Look at God. Now he's finna give you 4 signs. And it could be 50. But how many know we don't have time for a 50 sign? Come on, some of us don't. So God going to give us 4 important signs that you're getting tired of waiting. All right? Number 1, are y'all ready? You start making decisions based upon your flesh. That's a sign that you're tired of waiting. You're now making decisions based upon your flesh. And what did Paul say in Romans 8:8? He said, if we're in the flesh, we cannot please who? God. So if I'm making decisions in the flesh, I'm choosing to do things that don't please God. But see, how many have ever been there to where you knew you was tired of waiting and you started making decisions, listen, without acknowledging God? Why did you do that? Well, I thought this would help. Who told you that doing that would help? That's what I came up with. See, you in the flesh. See, when you're waiting on God to manifest a promise, you do what he tells you to do and only what he tells you to do. Come on, somebody. You are not pressured by what you're going through. You're not pressured by people. Because one of the first signs that we are tired of waiting is that we start making decisions in the flesh, or take note of this, or on our own. We get into self. And often when we do it, we make situations worse. How many ever made a decision in the flesh and you made the situation worse? Your great ideal. Woo. Look at somebody and say, I wonder who he preaching to right now. How many of you had a great ideal to just fail? Come on, how many about your hand? I'm telling you right now. I did things I know I didn't acknowledge God. Trying to fix certain stuff that was beyond my skill set. She was telling me, call somebody. I said, why? Why? This ain't nothing. All you got to do is, see, I didn't acknowledge God. You said, Pastor, to fix something around the house? Yeah, acknowledge him. Acknowledge him before you tear up something. I had a person come on to the house one day, we're going to fix something. I was like, and I tried and messed it up. I said, man, I definitely got to get somebody up here now. When the person came, they were like, yeah, it's going to be such and such, such and such. And I was like, man, I said, that's high. And they were like, well, it wouldn't have been that much, but I don't know, whoever whoever did this. And I'm sitting there like I got whoever stamped on my forehead. If you'd have called us before this. But see, here we are, Holy Spirit filled. Drop it on us, God. But not necessarily Holy Spirit led. There is a difference to having the Holy Spirit, following him, and quenching him. Won't allow him to help you with natural problems. And see, when you don't handle natural problems right, or you make problems worse, then frustration comes. Frustration comes. Come on, somebody, because God is really helping us. One of the first signs that you're tired of waiting is when you start making decisions based upon what you want to do. Why are you taking those? Well, I seen on YouTube, this woman was taking these and she got this certain outcome. And so I'm going to try what she tried. But see, you Holy Spirit led. Come on.